Hello everyone. Hi. So, thanks for joining us on our Easter egg stream. That's a few days after Easter because we're good at doing things on time. We only thought of this like the day after Easter. We're like, damn, we should have done the Easter egg stream on Easter. We're not smart. Missed opportunity. Anyway, I'm Chelsea. That's a few days after Fleur. For anyone who doesn't know who we are, we only thought we are the Wondrous Tome. It's just us two. We're sisters from Malta. And we made Flabbergasted and Mystified, which is currently live on BACKERKIT, and which is probably where you're watching us. Yes. And hello to Sam from the UK, and that's Noel, Joel. Yes. Sorry. Thank you guys for joining. For this stream, we are going to be going through the book of Flabbergasted and just talk through these Easter eggs that we snuck into the book, as well as the references that we pulled from to make this book. Hopefully you guys will find that entertaining, because I really enjoy sneaking in references to things I like from my friends. These Easter eggs. It's also a good opportunity to see the entire PDF. If you haven't gotten Flabbergasted or seen the PDF, I don't think we have a video or anything that shows the entire PDF. This will be a good opportunity to see the entire book before you make your purchase. See if you like it. It's also a good opportunity to learn about our inside jokes and weird Easter eggs. If you haven't got so switching over, seeing the PDF. So first things first, I want to talk about the cover. So the cover, we actually have inspiration from a 1920s artist. His name is J.C. Leyendecker. And I was really inspired by his cover work, one in particular, and let me just show a picture of it outside. 1920s artist, and we in fact gave this to our cover artist Ricardo Bessa. We told him, can you somehow make this cover work, but somehow for 4 characters? And I think he nailed it perfectly. I'm so in love with it. And it's just really nice to get to slip in a reference to one of my all-time favorite artists. Can you somehow make this cover work? Some fun facts about the cover. I think he nailed it perfectly. I gave photo references for a lot of the characters here. This guy is a reference to the actor Dev Patel, who I had and still have a very big crush on, so I wanted him in the book. And I believe this one, she is based on the actress Stephanie Su. I don't know how to say her surname, but she was the one who was in Everything Everywhere All at Once. But when I pulled that reference, I knew her from Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. That's a good season 3. Yes. And then the guy in the back, so those two are the staff and the aristocrat. And then the one on the front is the well-to-do, which I don't think there was a particular reference for her. But the one in the back, who is the Bohemian, our reference was Milo from Atlantis. I just really like that swishy hair, that kind of romantic vibe for a Bohemian. And then very important, the dog in the front is my old dog. Taco. Reference was Milo. Show pictures of this good boy. Atlantis. I gave this photo and a few others to our artist and said, make him fit the cover, because I know he doesn't look like an aristocratic dog. What are you talking about? Well, he just changed the color and used him. Poor Taco. And the book is also dedicated to Taco, because he passed a week after we finished the book. In fact, since we're talking about the cover, I will just go back to the back to be the back cover. So as you can see on the back cover, it is in dedication to Taco. And on the back cover, there's also a couple of Easter eggs hidden in. One of them, they're a bit hidden by the blurb, but one of them is Sesame. So Sesame was mine and Chelsea's ambitious idea where we wanted to make our own like jewelry line.
We have a problem because we have a million business ideas. We always just mention, oh, we could do this, we could start our own interior design business, our own jewelry business, we could do that. Anyway. And we had a name for a fake
idea where we wanted to make
jewelry
our own,
business, fake because it never happened, and it was called Sesame because it's sis and me. It's very clever. Oh, we could do this. We could start our own.
And in the other shop, you just can only see like the ES at the end. That one is a reference. It actually says Claire's Cakes, and that's a reference to like our very good friend Claire, who is like the baker of our group of friends. So it's making us lovely cakes for her birthday, and I wish we actually got to show the full title, but she's there in spirit.
We have the full illustration.
Yes, that's true. Claire's Cakes.
That's the cover.
To, like our very good friend Claire, who is like the baker of our group of friends. So it's making us lovely cakes for her birthday. I wish we actually got to show here she's there in spirit. For the role-playing example. Yes, those are like all the names we use here: Ian, Gabby, David, Audrey. These are all good friends of ours and the ones who had to like play test with us.
They're our role-playing group that we've been role-playing with since we were teenagers, which is a while ago.
All the names we use here: Ian. I can mention this here, but peccadillo. Good friends of ours and peccadillo means minor sin or a minor
minor mistake.
Minor mistake. And I really liked it. One, because just the name, the word peccadillo, what it means is very evocative of like the style of game that means Flabbergasted is, which is all about like making a lot of like harebrained ideas and minor mistake, you know, hilarious situations. So minor sin felt very good. I also just really think the name peccadillo, like to me it sounds like Piccadilly, you know.
No, it sounded like a city name. Once I came across that word when we were doing the lingo, the 1920s lingo for the for the end of the book. It sounds like a city name, and it's funny. What it means. Fits appropriate. Yeah, it sounded like a city name. Once I came across that word when we were doing the lingo, the 1920s lingo for the.
Here there are a few references.
Yeah, it sounds like a city name again. It's funny. What it means.
Cropping it appropriate.
Yeah, it sounded like a city name.
So in the aristocratic family names, there are some names that are definitely references to like movie or literary characters. So I know, for example, Tewkesbury and Basilweather from a character from Enola Holmes. Aristocratic family names. And then like there's Whistledown, who is from
Bridgerton.
From Bridgerton, like movie or literary characters. So I know, for example, those are some of the big ones. I mean, there's Byron, character from famous Enola Holmes, poet. And
I'm sure there are some others, but
Whistledown, who is from Bridgerton.
Yeah, we mostly got names from other literary works, or I mean, mostly film and TV.
I mean, there's Byron, character from Enola
What
Holmes,
do we got here? I'm sure there are some others, but yeah, we mostly got names from. Oh,
here we have. So this person is the illustrator who actually drew a lot of the interior illustrations. Like he drew both of these, and we told him to put himself in the book as well.
That's Andy Bennett.
Yes.
With the interior illustrations. That's him as a gardener. That's me.
And that is Chelsea. I mean,
a previous hair color Chelsea, because I've changed now. But
I mean, we still have the brown and the black.
I just flipped it. But that's me, and a nod to my old career, which was I was an architect.
Chelsea's a fully fledged warranted architect who then
was using my warrant for absolutely nothing now.
I just flipped it. So yeah, she's playing the well-to-do architect.
To my old career, which was
for the Bohemian. Then this one is also like based on me
when she had red hair.
Yes.
Bohemian, using my warrant for absolutely those two, the two sheets.
These two are characters that were by our friends from our very first like test campaign that we did with them. The campaign was called Children of Hecate.
Hecate, like tea to drink, and it was an occult tea club.
Yes. And so these characters like Lady Artemisia and Brian Knoxley, they are characters from our campaign.
These are the exact sheets they made, and we just further through the characters. And it was an occult tea club.
Yes. And so these characters like Lady Artemisia and Brian Knoxley, they are characters from our campaign.
These are the exact sheets they made, and we just further through the characters. And it was an occult. And there we have another reference to The Good Society, which is a reference to a tabletop role-playing game called The Good Society.
Which is a Jane Austen role-playing game. It was a very big inspiration for us.
In general, when we started making games anyway.
Like we thought, if they can be a big success with a Jane Austen role-playing game,
which is another niche, another niche role-playing game, then we could do it as well.
So
that was a reference. There we have some references as well.
Yes, these are some. This is for the Maltese ones. A lot of these. So I mean, I actually spelled this wrong, but this is supposed to be like MLT for Malta, and then Valletta.
There we have some references as well.
Calcara. I mean, I changed it a bit, but it's supposed to be like Calcara. It's a town in Malta. I actually spelled this. It's written in Maltese, like Bagalia,
which means luggage. In Maltese, and then the other ticket stop on the right is Fleur's birthday,
25th April, but not in the year 79, 25th town in Malta. But yes, my birthday is coming up soon.
Which means luggage in Maltese, and then the other ticket stop. Oh no! Right is Fleur's birthday.
Let's see what else we have. But not in the year 79, 25th.
Throughout the book, we have a lot of pets, a lot of dogs and cats, and these are all people's dogs and cats because they could. And one of the hires here in Flabbergasted was to request get a commission of your pet in the book. And we also have that available for Mystified. I think there's one left.
I think there's one left, yes. There's still a lot of... there's still quite a few left to get yourself in the book. In fact, like these 4
are all people who got that pledge as well. The commission of your pet in the book.
Oh, and this is based on my cat. I think there's one left, yes. There's still a lot of... we love pets. There's still quite a few left to get.
We have so many pets in our book. Then we're going to have a lot of Mystified.
So, okay, we explained what peccadillo means and where the word came from. And there's actually a lot of similar stories for all of the locations within Peccadillo. So, starting off, like we have Thunder Wharf. This isn't like a very deep reference, but it's basically, I was inspired by Dunder Mifflin from The Office, and Dunder means idiot as well. That's a running theme. I like to...
A lot of our names mean some kind of problem, idiot, mistake, something.
Deep reference, but it's basically... So that was Thunder Wharf, and Gil's Crane isn't really like a... idiot as well. Doesn't refer to anything specific, but how I picture this building, it was inspired a lot by a trip that we made. We had like maybe like 6 years ago to Poland, where we went to this town called Gdansk, and it was really beautiful, and there were like these very old cranes that are used for like ships. We're talking about like this was like a 15th century crane, and I imagined something like this, and that then it was turned into a really beautiful. And it's turned into like a restaurant or whatever, like a place where people can go, worker bar kind of thing. 15th century that was the reference. Gdansk is actually the big inspiration for Novigrad in Witcher.
When we went to Poland, we kept saying we were going to Witcher school or something. A lot of references in Poland for Witcher. So the next one is Peccado Circle. Do you remember what peccado means?
Yes,
there is a word.
So peccado is actually the root word for peccadillo. That's where peccadillo comes from. And peccado actually means original sin. And I think it's really good for, since Pecado Circle is like the old town of Peccadillo, so like the original, the original sin, and then Peccadillo comes out of it. For Peccadillo, that's where. And then we have Coq de Lune. So there's a story behind that. It's really good for if anyone has watched the last actual play that was released by Hijinks.org, they actually set their story about trying to find the mystery of Coq de Lune and what does it mean and who made the statue.
Really fun premise. In general, it's a fun monument.
Because we didn't give the explanation in the world of Peccadillo of what this means. But the out of the world explanation is that is a reference to a LARP that me and Chelsea had gone to. It's called
multiple times.
Yes, it's called the College of Wizardry LARP. And we were, it's very similar to Harry Potter, and there's like houses. And we were in a house called Durenchis. Durenchis, its symbol is a rooster. But there is a song that Durenchis sings.
The house song, which is, the lyrics are
Rooster, rooster, to the moon and back again. Rooster, rooster. And so I just wanted to make this reference of a rooster
on a moon. It just seemed funny.
And then made it in French because it makes it more elegant.
The house song, which is what the lyrics are.
Rooster, rooster, to the moon and back again. Rooster, rooster. And so I just wanted to make this reference of a rooster
on a moon. It just seemed funny.
Is our sound sounding okay, or is it coming out double?
The house song, which is what.
If someone could let us know.
Someone else could pitch it. Chime in.
Back again. Rooster, rooster. Let me just check very quickly our audio settings. Is our sound sounding okay, or is it coming out double? If someone could let us know.
Someone else could pitch it. Chime in.
Let me just check very quickly.
I think it's okay.
I think it should be okay. Is our sound sounding okay, or is it?
Oh no, it's double for everyone. Oh heck. Someone else could pitch it. Chime in. Let's see.
Okay, we are gonna put the "Be Right Back" on
and try and figure this out.
I think it should be okay.
Oh no, it's double for everyone. Heck. Someone else. Let's see.
Okay, we are gonna put the "Be Right Back" on
and try and figure this out. Oh no, it's double for everyone. Heck. Let's see.
Okay, we are gonna put the "Be Right Back" on
and try and figure this out. Okay, do we still sound double? Or are we incredibly incompetent and can't figure out anything? Wait till someone answers. God, we are expert streamers. There's a slight delay, so we have to wait for someone to answer.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can check it out on my phone.
If someone could confirm if we are speaking double or not.
Yes.
Okay, apparently we sound good now. Yay!
Okay, so we are incredibly stupid and we had it playing at the same time and didn't realize that would be picked up. So that's cool. We did like half the book with no one understanding us. So cool. Do we go back?
No, I think we just keep going forward. Well,
if there was any part of anything that we've said and you couldn't pick it up because we were sounding double, we tell us and we can go back.
Yes, exactly. In the meantime, I think we'll just continue where we left off then. So, regaining my composure. So, the next area that we have in Peccadillo is called Welkin Heights. And Welkin, as a word, means touching the sky or touching the clouds. And since Welkin Heights is the skyscraper district, I mean, it's not that clever of a reference, but it's something that we really enjoyed while doing Flabbergasted, which is like learning a lot more about like a language and like archaic words no longer in use, and that's basically what all of these are references to. Mm-hmm. Pender Wards is just actually a reference to a location in Malta.
Oh yeah, Pender Gardens.
Yeah, it's just an apartment like a really big fancy apartment complex is built very close to me, where it's finished construction while we were writing the book. And since Pender Wards is also like this this suburban environment, I just thought, you know, it works for it.
And then at the end there's like a did you know section, and that's just a game conquers, but the only fun fact is that we discovered what this game was like shortly before Flabbergasted, so I thought it would be fun. But when we were in the UK, I think it's a cute little game that kids do. What do we have here?
So Farrago also means a jumble or mishmash. So you're like, like this is a... Oh, actually, I don't know how to use it in a sentence.
Let's go to Farrago Way.
But it used to be like a Farrago construction, like something that's very jumbled up. And since Farrago Way is the artistic district in Peccadillo, you know, Farrago made sense for it, because I really imagined this town to have like very artistic and varied shop fronts and, you know, like blocks of apartment and buildings that have a lot of different murals.
Yeah, a mix of different kinds of buildings.
Yes. So that's why Farrago. Gallimaufry, I actually think, I think I forgot what it means.
Quick Google. Give me a sec.
I will talk about the next one though, Monty Pike. So Monty Pike is like this this gambling nightclub area, and Monty is a reference to like two things. Monty is a kind of a card game, and it's also a reference to the word Mountebank. I don't know how to pronounce it, but a mountebank is someone who is a swindler, and makes sense. It's Monty Pike. It's
how do you say this? Gallimaufry.
Gallimaufry.
I forget how to say it. It's also a jumble or medley of things, like Farrago.
And,
so that's why it fits.
In our directory of bars and nightclubs, there are a couple that are references to like some of our favorite places as bars.
Yeah, like there's the Red Parrot, which Well, now I've moved, but in my old place in our village, there was a place called the Red Parrot Pub, and we used to go there often.
The Thirsty Captain is a reference to a place I really liked called the Thirsty Barber.
Mm-hmm.
And is there another one? Oh, and I think Tipsy Grasshopper. This is a jumble of two different things, but it's called Thirsty Grasshopper here in Malta, and again, very good cocktails. And we have the last two places, well, three. Eventide is Eventide means in the evening sun. So like, you know, you say like, oh, I went out during the Eventide for a walk.
Oh wait, and someone asked what Monty Pike is.
Okay, man, I'm thinking what it is. We answered it.
Oh, we did. Never mind.
Eventide. So yeah, Eventide Hills, which is like this like fancy what do they call it? Like a suburban area in Peccadillo, but more like within the city center still. And I just thought Eventide was really pretty as a name, especially since there's a lot of gardens in this district. Then there's Bunbury Avenue, and I really like the word Bunbury. Bunbury means making an excuse to get out of something. So if you say, oh my god, I have to go home because like I left my kettle on, that's making a Bunbury.
Which fits a shopping street. You probably only get like using an excuse to go shopping kind of thing.
Yeah, if you're like stuck in an annoying situation, you're like, oh, I'm gonna head out to Bunbury Avenue. I have something to pick up there. So people like use it as an excuse. It was
good for the main street.
Yes.
Good words.
I really like the word Bunbury. And then Olio Square. So it's in Bunbury Avenue, and it is a food court area. An open air market kind of thing. And Olio also means like I think it means like a medley, like a mixture of things as well. And it makes sense for Olio Square. And I think we can keep on going. Apart from the 10 districts in Peccadillo, there's obviously like a few other landmarks, and Malison Island, not a very deep reference, but Malison Island is an island where a lot of like misfortune happened on this island. A hotel, there was a big fire and a hotel burned down, and Mal just means bad in like pretty like a lot of like Latin languages, you know, in like Italian and Spanish and Latin, it just means bad, so bad island. In the names for other in this section, some of them are referenced for example, the names Wildstone and Dryford, those are references to the game Pillars of Eternity, which I was playing again during the time I was writing this.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I still don't know how to pronounce Wildstone,
but it's there.
It's there. The others might be references, but I forgot about them. But I think that's anything else that was specific here? I don't think so, right?
No, I don't think so. And then there's, the Waltz is pretty, it's just a reference to the Cotswolds.
Yes.
Not a very deep reference. But it's a very similar, like, idyllic countryside kind of place.
There are a few things here in the shop directory that, for example, okay, there's two I remember. Agatha's Hexes, so very inspired by the TV show WandaVision, and there was the character, it was Agatha all along. And so she has set up in Peccadillo, and she has her own magic shop. And then there's Belinda's Boutique, and this is a reference to
deep reference
to a podcast called My Dad Wrote a Porno, where this guy reads. Yes, this guy reads out this like pornographic fiction that his dad wrote called Belinda Blinks, and I don't know.
It's just the main character's name.
I just love that. But
we love that. We have the book as well.
Yes,
it's really funny.
Do we have any other references?
I don't think we have anything in the game mechanics. Or maybe the secret society names have some references.
A few of them. So, for example, if Moirai is another word for the fates from like Greek mythology, like these three crones who would control fate of people, you know, manipulating the strings. And I just thought it was good for the staff's secret society, the scandalous one, because they are behind the scenes, like pulling the strings and shaping fate of people. Mint julep is a kind of is a cocktail that was popular in the 1920s. Never tried it. Bright young things is like a phrase that they used to call the youths of the 1920s.
It's also a movie. Well, I mean, the movie is obviously named that because of the phrase, but that's
basically instead of calling them like the hooligans or the youths, they would say these bright young things.
Oh, now the story hooks. Story hooks, they're love. Little inside joke. There are so many story hooks. Writing these was an experience, a never-ending experience.
I think originally, like in the Kickstarter campaign, we had said we're gonna do 100 story hooks.
I think we quickly dropped it down to 80.
Yes,
and then, as you can see, 70 made it to the book.
It was. I mean, it was really fun, but also a challenge to come up with so many story hooks.
Like the first 20 were easy, and then. And it went downhill. Like, oh my god, I thought 70 would be easy, but...
I mean, towards the end, we got to the point where we're like, okay, like we had an idea to do, for example, a Halloween fair as one of the story hooks. And then we're like, okay, let's just do a fair for every holiday. That's like...
Oh yeah, we have like, Halloween, we have a Valentine's one, Christmas.
It's like, that's 4 story hooks right there. But no, a lot of them are like references from
TV shows we were watching at the time. There are quite a few that are from Black Books, TV show. It's
a British comedic series. Let's see if I have any.
A few are from that, like the wine one. Don't know what it is. In Poor Taste. Picnic for Two I got from a show I was watching at the time called Schmigadoon. And in Schmigadoon, there was this episode where you can bid on picnic baskets, and then whatever you bid on, you have to go on a date with that person. And I just used that as a story hook, Picnic for Two. I thought it was very cute. Evie the Great is one of the dogs that someone commissioned. She got her own story hook.
Let's see. Oh, Puppy Pound. Okay, well, there's Rupert's Drag Race. That's a very obvious reference to, obviously, RuPaul's Drag Race.
I think there are a couple of... There's somewhere else we had another reference to RuPaul's Drag Race. Why not?
Let's see. This one, Puppy Pound, is based... You actually told me about it. It's just this Christmas charity event.
Again, when I'm in the UK for Christmas... there's a show on Christmas, I forgot what it's called, but it's Paul O'Grady, who now passed, but up until 2 years ago, every Christmas he does this show where he just tries to get lots of dogs adopted for Christmas. It's really cute, really wholesome, and I got that idea for Puppy Pound.
Yeah, to get them adopted, for that.
Super cute.
Pyramid Scheme, I remember I was inspired by an episode from Our Flag Means Death, where there is like a Nigerian prince who the crew of the ship meet, and he pulls them into a scam, and I made a story like inspired by that.
Ulterior Locomotives, it's just a good name. No reference, I was just very proud of that name.
Let's see. This one in Poor Taste is from Black Books.
One
of my the funniest and one of my favorite like episodes of TV, where they end up drinking like they were house sitting for a family, And they told them, like, you can have, they were wine connoisseurs, and they said, you can have any wine you want in this house, except for this shelf. So what do? They misunderstand everything. And they instead, they don't just drink from that shelf of, like, some of the rarest vintages of wine. And then they had to try and figure out how to, you know, put wine back in the bottles and make it look like, it was a good one. And yeah, this is just a direct inspiration of that. Cake on Wheels.
This is a stupid reference.
Yes, it was a reference to Cake Boss, where in an episode of Cake Boss, they make a cake that was too big for their truck, and so they had. I mean,
it was such a weird show.
Yeah, and I mean, in the show it's not that dramatic because they just hire another van that's a lot bigger. But you know, I like this scene where you have
too
like
big of a cake.
Yeah, try and figure out how to get your cake across Peccadillo. You said dancing the yours.
That came from. I really like Gilmore Girls, and I've watched it a few times. And I was watching Gilmore Girls, and there was a Dance City Drop tournament, and that's how I got that idea for the tournament. Let's see.
Float On was it's inspired by like
the
way by Maltese carnivals. So like I know not everywhere around the world do they celebrate carnival, but in Malta we do some very like garish looking floats.
How dare you?
For carnival. And yes, that's what this is a reference to, like getting to design your own horrific float. And then over here we've got reference story hooks that were submitted by some of our Discord users. I know for sure The Wages of Beer is inspired by a movie called The Wages of Fear. It's a little bit. So in this one, I think they're just trying to move beer across a certain distance, illegal beer across country lines. But I think in the movie they have to like drive a bomb that if they like crash their car or like go over like a big bump, it can explode, and it's like a much more tense movie.
I mean, they all have, you know, some sort of plan in them. I think there are some references in these character names, or is it in the Best Buds? Oh, there's Lady Chatterley.
Oh yeah, Lady Chatterley is just a reference to...
In the Sleuth Society.
I mean, Lady Chatterley's...
lover.
Lover, yes, exactly. Fleur Marie, that is my first name and second name. Jean Blumenthal. No, sorry, not Jean Blumenthal. Above it, in the 60 Richest Women Over 60. There's a character referenced here called Bitsy Bloomberg.
Yeah, and that's a reference to, again, these are all just shows we were watching at the time. I was watching Central Park, which is an animated show by the same people who made
Bob's
Burgers. Really cute animated show, musical show. And there's an old woman who also had something similar, like 60 over 60 as well. Maybe it was 70 over 70, I don't know. But something very similar, and she's this really old, grumpy woman, voiced by a man, and it's wonderful. She's wonderful.
Isn't she voiced by Stanley Tucci?
Maybe, yeah. And she has a house overlooking Central... No, not a house. She's a hotel overlooking Central Park. She's just a grumpy old woman. I love her.
We love our old ladies in Flabbergasted.
Yeah, Flabbergasted is here to represent old, rich women everywhere.
So, Brabble Manor. Brabble means... like an argument, like bickering. You know, you're like, oh, they're bickering with each other. You say like they're brabbling with each other, and so I love this for Brabble Manor. I can just imagine a household all like getting on each other's nerves and like. I actually have like a funny reference for the Brabble Manor floor plan. Like I was looking up a lot of like actual historic floor plans to get inspiration for what this could look like, but I was really struggling. They were like too detailed and. So the thing I ended up referencing from all things was a floor plan that someone designed for their fan fiction, for their Harry Potter fan fiction, where like, you know, a lot of like the Hogwarts students are guests at the Malfoy family, and I just remember like this whole floor plan had every room was like house, yeah. They were like, this is Draco's room, this is Harry's room, and it was like a as most fan fiction is, it was like a romantic one where a lot of the characters are sneaking into each other's rooms. I referenced that floor plan for this. Nice.
I don't know if there's a reference here. Any of these characters?
Don't think there's any references here.
That's a character that someone here commissioned in the Mystified campaign, and he also so the person who plays this character is Matt, and his character is called Jeffrey, who's a butler, and it was actually in an actual play, like the first actual play we ever had of Flabbergasted.
By 1+, what did they call it?
That was Level 1.
Level 1 Geek.
By Level 1 Geek, and Jeffrey was amazing, but then he also commissioned him to be in the book, and we're like, okay, we're just going to write you an entire character, because he's an amazing character.
Yes, and also like Matt has done a lot of stuff for Flabbergasted. He has like a whole
he plays Flabbergasted more than we do, probably.
Yes. He just did one for Mystified, an actual play. It's up on our BACKERKIT page, and he's done a lot for Flabbergasted. He's done how to play videos. We love you, Matt.
Yeah, you should check him out. His channel is Improv and RPG. And then the last chapter is a lot of bits and bobs. We've got 1920s lingo. Big reference. I mean, somewhere there it is. There's Flabbergasted.
There we go.
And were there any funny moments? We usually have like a handwritten note throughout the book. They're really cute. But obviously we didn't do that for inside jokes because no one would get it. So
really had a lot of fun like learning all of these words and for Flabbergasted.
These are fashion guides that Fleur illustrated. She did all of these. They're amazing.
I want her out with the one in the green dress.
So one of
the guy who's modeling the winter coat, that is my fiance Fraser, who's modeling it.
Did not agree to be in it.
Oh, he did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. He got to pick the outfit as well.
Wow.
See, I would have put him in the tuxedo, but he wanted the winter
casual winter coat.
Yeah. This dinner menu here that I repurposed is actually an original dinner menu that was what they served. I forgot if it was like first or second class passengers, but of the Titanic. Some cocktails, most of which I have never tried myself.
There's them in julep now.
Yes.
Have I tried? I don't think I've tried any of these. I probably wouldn't like most. Yeah, then we just have some table generators. I probably have some of our friends' names in there. But that's the end of the book. You have all the character sheets at the end of the book, maps.
So I think that's pretty much
our book.
Yes, and most of pretty much we covered of the references and Easter eggs that we've slipped into this book. If you guys have any questions or want to comment on something, we'll probably wrap up in a few minutes unless we get a few more questions. You actually missed out on something. I'm pretty sure isn't there Jamie in the book, her husband?
Oh yeah, there's my husband's name somewhere, but there isn't an illustration.
No,
which we should do in Mystified. And there's a bunch of friends' names. In Mystified so far, we definitely have my new dog on the cover. If you've seen the cover, that's she looks exactly like that dog. We didn't change anything. I'm sure we'll have lots of new Easter eggs in the new book. But yeah, this was the entire PDF. If you haven't picked up Flabbergasted, oh yeah, good. If you haven't picked up Flabbergasted, now you've kind of seen the entire book. You can pick up Flabbergasted and the expansion Mystified, one or the other, in our current campaign on BACKERKIT. That's it. Yeah. Have anything else to say?
Thank you to everyone who listened in to our video, and again for who's supporting us right now on BACKERKIT. We're really happy with how things are going. I think it's going up faster than Flabbergasted did in funding.
It's beating Flabbergasted.
Yes,
it is.
So
just really amazing. Thank you everyone for backing, sharing, supporting, watching this. We have a few things coming up. Today is Thursday. Yeah, on Saturday we have a Q&A on Random Worlds. It's a Discord channel. We posted about it on our BACKERKIT. Next week we have an actual play going out by No Rolls Bard, which is really, really exciting. We got the preview of it and it's amazing. Yeah, we have some other podcasts coming out soon, but we don't have any dates on those yet. Yeah. So follow our page and you'll hear about when we're going to be doing other things.
If you want to, I mean, I think this is our last live stream we'll do, probably. I'm not sure if we have any other plans, unless... Maybe we'll do another one. But if you guys have any ideas of what you'd like to see in the live stream, please just let us know. Leave a comment somewhere.
We'll make sure our sound is good next time from the start. Look, our first one went too well, our launch party, so something had to go wrong today.
So you know what? I want to show one last thing. Can you bring that Flabbergasted book?
Oh gosh. We have to get up. Both of them?
No, just
Let's get both of them.
Okay. This is my own personal special copy of Flabbergasted that came without the gold foil, and I treasure this copy.
This was the fail.
I mean, this one isn't. This is the Italian version of Flabbergasted. You can get the Italian Flabbergasted from
Need Games.
Need Games, yes.
I'm glad this copy came to us and not anyone else.
It's true.
It's crazy that the one copy, but at least we haven't heard about anyone else who complained.
No one has complained.
So I don't think anyone else got a copy like this. It's
all right.
Beautiful.
I think that's it for us. I am gonna go play Helldivers.
Me too. Or Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.